by 3. Setting the floor for the Clippers. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Scola out there with Marion. And it's Hawes in at the center, filling out the middle. And with his quick break in play, let's take a look now and select from a group of point guards that have been killing it from three-point range over the last 10 games. You look at Mr. Fundamentals. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And he's just so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens up passing and driving lanes for him.
I really like the three-point shot as a very useful weapon for a point guard. I mean, it should be part of his arsenal. And this guy uses it as good or better than anyone else in the league.
Ed Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. And so Luis Scola nails both of them. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's got 21. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Trailblazers had a nice performance. He ended with 23 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night. I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogg'ian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
But let's just say he was really good.
Here's Paul after the made shot for Mr. Fundamentals. Marion dishes to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Paul missing again.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 25 points in the game. Deflects the pass. Nice shot by Lynn.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now here's Paul. He's got 18. No good with the layup.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Young. That puts them in the lead. Young's got his first bucket of the night.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
And the basket by Scola. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets a lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. There's the triple. And Nick Young, good for 3. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Now here's Paul. G right on him. Kicks it to Scola. Back to Paul. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot by Marion, no good.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
The tray. This ball grabs the miss. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Kings.
And I thought the key was their ability to stretch the defense. They got hot from behind that three-point line, and that really gave them the margin they needed.
Yeah, that's right. It opened up things for them in a huge way. The defense was never able to get comfortable.
Lakers shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Kelly, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Los Angeles making a switch here, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line with his percentage currently about 79.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next.
Coming up this Tuesday, December 22nd, the Los Angeles Lakers take on DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings. A division rivalry in the Pacific. It's the real deal.
And, Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass is important, but putting the pass in the right place for a shooter, as you well know, is huge.
Yep, no question.
Checked in for the Lakers. Aminu comes in for Nick Young. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Luis Scola, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. Randall and Hill are the 4 and 5. And it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5. Griffin a screen on Lynn. Paul kicks to Griffin. Clock at 6 to take the lead. Shot is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Jeremy Lin. Checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers in the lead. And it's Aminu in the corner. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Paul. Bryant passes to Mr. Fundamentals. Dishes it to Aminu. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Rejected by Bryant. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Marion. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Hill. Misses in close.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. Hawes is checked in. Here is Hawes. Marion, a screen on Hill. Inside. And Sean Marion with the slam. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
And the Lakers have possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. A shot's good from Mr. Fundamentals.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Paul outside. Here's Griffin. Again, the Clippers.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Paul. Randall no good.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Paul. Down low. Hawes, no luck. And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. That's good. 25 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Clippers trail by 3. Paul outside. Here's Griffin, and fouled hard that time. Won't get to the line and shoot 2.
Check out the game for Blake Griffin. 8 rebounds, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. I mean, when you can get to the line and knock them down, sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
First one falls for him. Blake Griffin hits them both. And Los Angeles guys shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Randall. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Paul outside. He feeds it to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. 7-foot shot, and again it's the Clippers missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Clippers trail. Now here's Paul. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Randall. To the middle. Here's Kobe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
2 shots. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. Kobe having just a fantastic game. He's got 26 points and he's sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range. Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Now here's Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Passes to Griffin. Goes up at the stripe. Rebound the Lakers. Kobe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. On the wing, Bryant. Hits the 3-point bomb. Bryant's got 30 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Clippers trail by 6. Redick with it. Paul outside. He kicks to Redick. To the paint. And Hill with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
7 seconds on the shot. 7.
Paul dishes to Redick. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. That's good. 19 points in the game.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and taken away by Paul. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Paul with the ball. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Aminu. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Here's Paul. Randall grabs the board.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Mr. Fundamentals off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 5. And here they go.